10 largest deficits in history over the next 10 years. So they're going to continue the ridiculous rate of spending. So increase taxes, increase spending. Third, further unionization of the workforce where they take away the rights of an employee to a secret ballot. Have you heard about the card check legislation? Yeah. That bill was introduced this past week as well. Fourth, further nationalize health care, taking away your liberty, your freedom to decide what kind of health care you're going to get and when you're going to get it. And then finally the worst, the fifth one, and this in my judgment is the most dangerous thing that they're going to attempt to do. Cap and trade, putting limits on the amount of energy we can have in our economy, putting restrictions in a unilateral way. Now think about this. We compete in a world market. Our competitors in the international marketplace, China and India, they're not going to have the restrictions placed on what kind of energy they can use. That is going to be a tax increase on every single small business owner, every single family in this country, and a terrible thing to do. They're going to attempt to do all 5 things during a recession. And yet we know what works. And it's important we stand up and say, look, we know that keeping taxes low works. We know that controlling spending, not mortgaging our kids and grandkids' future works. We know that allowing workers the decision of whether they're going to form a union or not is the right thing to do, not taking away one of their fundamental rights to a secret ballot. And we know that decisions made between you and your doctor and your family are the best way to do health care. And finally, we understand that using the natural resources we have in this country to meet our own energy needs is the right way to go, not limiting what we can put in the environment and what we can use in energy. So we got to focus on those 5 things. I want to thank you all for coming. Good friend of mine, Congressman Pence, who's a good conservative member of the United States Congress, has a great line when he's talking about those of us who believe in conservative principles, who believe in those things that make our country special. He always says, I'm a conservative and I'm not mad about it. And that's the attitude we got to have. We got to have a smile on our face as we go about doing what Americans have done for over 200 years. Tell our government we value freedom, we value liberty, and we like to keep our money so we can spend it on our kids, our grandkids, our small business, and in our communities. That's important that we do that and continue to take that. I told a reporter just yesterday, I'm convinced that some politicians won't be happy until they have an IV hooked up to your wallet and they can hit the drip button anytime they want. I mean, that's how bad it gets in Washington sometimes. Let me finish with this. Recognize that we're not always going to get a fair shake from the other side. They're always going to call us names and they're going to be critical, and the press doesn't always give us a fair shake either. You know, I tell folks all the time, there's a big difference between the way regular Americans see things and the way the elite national media see things. You know, the New York Times has a different vision of America than we do. Cal Thomas had a great line when he was talking about the way we see things, the way we think, and the way the national